Miss Cynthia, take it over.
Okie doke. Hi, everybody. How you doing today? Pleasure to meet you all. I'm going to share my screen, get my presentation going. Bear with me. So, as Dr. Janet said, I am Cynthia. I am from Texas Southern University. I am with the College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. And one of my major responsibilities is educational assessment. Big words that in a nutshell mean I prove that our students actually learned and can do what they came here to learn. That means that when our pharmacy students walk away, they can do what a pharmacist is supposed to do. So you can imagine that when we talk about cheating and plagiarism, that if a student has cheated their way through, that's gonna really mess up my data. So let's jump into what cheating and plagiarism is all about. Cheating and plagiarism. How many of you guys, I think there are voting buttons in Zoom, maybe not. You can drop it in the chat. How many know what cheating is? How many know what plagiarism is, right? I see your hands, good, thank you. We know they're both bad, but how many of you know what they truly are? Do you know the difference between what cheating is and what plagiarism is? If you don't, I'm gonna tell you. So, the dictionary defines cheating as violating rules dishonestly. So what I'm gonna have you do quickly is jump into Kahoot with me, and we're gonna go through a few quick scenarios. So let me see, bear with me again, guys. I'm a little new to this myself. And let's move that out the way and play. Are you seeing my screen okay? Okay. You've all done Kahoot and you've got your phone and you can jump on, great. Well, I'll see if anybody joins. If not, we'll do it on screen together. That's not a big deal.
All I can see is the PowerPoint still.
Oh, okay. Perfect, thank you. So let's stop that share and I'll share the other screen. There we go. Loving the names.
Okay, seriously, where did you guys get these names?
These must be in the system. Those are super cool.
They're auto-generating them. They won't allow you to just choose your own.
Gotcha.
I love it.
Okay.
Miss,
Yes.
how you split your screen in iPad?
Oh, I'm not 100% sure.
No, in the iPhone, like an iPad. How you split your screen?
Basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna want to hold down the open it, so like you're gonna try to kind of minimize your app, but you're gonna swipe upwards and it's gonna show all your screens, and then you're gonna want to like have a screen open and you can pull it to this.
I think probably too complicated, May.
Oh, sorry. It'd be better to show.
Yeah, that's because, yeah, I know it takes. So Anawar, I think if you swipe to the left or the right, it'll give you your other screens.
No, it doesn't. Miss, it doesn't. I'm doing it right now.
Okay, what can you see on your screen right now?
The what is it called?
PowerPoint?
Kahoot thing.
Good, leave it there. You're good.
Yeah, but I didn't put in that thing like the numbers and my name and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're gonna, okay, how,
You can just probably we can just read it out for him if we have to.
so Anwar, if you swipe up, then you can choose another screen to go to. All of your screens should show up and you can choose another screen, type that in, and then go back. If that doesn't work, just pay attention to the Kahoot and you can kind of say them in your head.
Okay, I will try to do the thing like what you told me to do, like go back and then know the ID, and then
if it doesn't work, then we'll just let it go this time, and then Miss Cindy can help you on another time so that the next time we do it, you'll know how.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and click start.
Please, can you wait for a second because I'm just doing things.
Absolutely, I'll give you a little bit more time.
Thank you.
Actually, let me do this, Anwar. So, Miss Cynthia, go ahead, and then Anwar, this will stay. The code will stay on the bottom of the screen, so you can still see it and keep working on it.
And then we actually have another Kahoot coming up right after this one. So we'll start. So this one is the cheating Kahoot. First question, telling your parents you do not feel well so you can stay home, skip a test, and study some more. Is this cheating or is this not cheating? Yes, guys, that is cheating. You know you have an exam to take and you make an excuse to stay home and skip it so that you can study longer. That is considered cheating. Here we go. Question number 2. Using your books or notes for a closed book exam because you're at home and nobody will know the difference. Good job. That indeed would be considered cheating. Just because no one is looking, you still need to uphold the rules. Question 3. If another student gives you an old exam from a class they already took. Good job. This is cheating. Having any sort of prior access to the exam materials is cheating. Whether you break into the teacher's office, whether the teacher accidentally drops the exam, whether another student provides it to you, that is all considered cheating. Question 4. Allowing a student to log in and taking an online exam as you. Right. These are some really straightforward scenarios. That is indeed cheating. You have an exam and you're taking pictures and you send them to other students, even if they're in the same class with you. Good job, 100%. Last question. Taking an exam earlier in the day and then telling students who haven't taken it yet what's on the test. That is considered cheating. That one's kind of tough because sometimes you come out an exam and you go, hey, what'd you get for number one? When you've taken the exam together and you kind of discuss the answers, that's not necessarily cheating. But when you talk to someone who hasn't taken the test, that is definitely cheating. Those were easy and very straightforward, but I have some tougher scenarios coming up for you next. Look at the leaderboard. So number one is Dynamic Piranha. Congratulations. So let me go back to my PowerPoint really quick. Okay. So how about this scenario? You have the opportunity to grab extra credit in a class by attending a local concert, and you really need those extra points, so you decide to go. But when you get there, the event is sold out. You wait around for a while till the show is over, and you get a ticket stub from someone who attended the event to turn into your teacher. After all, you really did go out to the event. Would turning in that ticket stub be violating academic integrity? Would that be considered cheating since you actually did not attend the concert? What do you think? Somebody want to chime in for me?
Yeah, I will.
Tell me, do you think that's considered cheating?
Probably. I'm not
Good.
100% sure because say like it, he went to the concert, but he didn't went to see the show, and then other people giving the thing to him. That is cheating, but also he went there. That's not cheating though. Well, I'm not 100% sure on that both. Like what to choose on it.
You were very much on the right track to begin with. You did not follow through with the intent of the event, which was to go and fully see the show. At any point you have to lie about your activity, you're cheating. So very good. I really enjoyed your thought process and how you came to your answer.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Another scenario for you. You have a social studies first period class and your teacher gives you a pop quiz. And your best friend has the same class with the same teacher, but she has it during the very last period of the day. During lunch, you mentioned to your friend that they might want to glance over their homework because the teacher is giving a quiz that day. What do you think? Is that considered cheating?
That is unnecessary cheating. But this is already there. Like you can even figure it out easily. Yeah, it is definitely cheating, I would say.
Good job.
It is also pointing out in the story too, like in just teachers, the best friend is telling another best friend like well, they're already cheating. You have the teacher find out that they both will be attention, of course.
Good job. Now let's talk a little bit about plagiarism. Plagiarism is when you steal or pass off someone else's idea as your own, and you don't credit the source of those ideas, right? So This is where we're going to go into our next Kahoot. Okey doke. Can everybody see the Kahoot screen this time? Okay, just a few more seconds and I'll click start. Copying and pasting exact words from the internet considered plagiarism? The internet and our ability to research and look up articles and sources, it is so very easy. And we have so much information at our fingertips, but yes, copying and pasting directly from the internet and out of our best friend, Mr. Google, is indeed plagiarism. Question 2, but what if I change a few words in a sentence and make it my own? Oh, we've got a mixed crowd on that. That is still plagiarism. It takes more than just changing a few words here and there. That would still be considered plagiarism. What if I turn in a paper my friend gave me for a class and use it for my own assignment? Oh, that one is very clear to everybody. Yes, that is indeed plagiarism. So I wrote a paper and I included my bibliography, but I didn't include all of my sources. Oops, my answers didn't change. That should say, no, that is not plagiarism. And yes, this is plagiarism, not cheating. That is correct. That would be plagiarism. But what about if I put quotation marks in my paper when I'm quoting someone else's ideas or words? I caught you guys on that one. If I use quotation marks and I'm citing my sources now, that would not be considered plagiarism because I am citing, I am telling you where I got those ideas and words. And our final question. But what if I watch a movie and I get a great idea for the creative writing assignment I have and I have to make up a story and I use the idea from what I just saw? That is indeed cheating. It can be a little difficult because it's hard to come up with a new idea. There are so many things that it's hard to come up with now, but you have to cite that idea. You have to tell where your idea came from. And so if you don't, that is indeed considered plagiarism. So let's see who our winner is. Loaded chicken. Well, congratulations, Genius Cat. Okay. How about somebody unmute for me and tell me, why do you think people cheat and plagiarize?
Can you kind of say that again, please?
Why do you think people cheat and plagiarize? What do you think are some of the reasons why someone would do that?
Well, sometimes a person like doesn't have like any ideas or like doesn't like really know what to do or what to write. Let's say they're writing a what's it called, a thesis or a story. They wouldn't know like what to write, what to say, so they like cheat or plagiarize so they can work, so they can get the work done faster. And they would think that like nobody would find out what exactly what's going on, but like usually somebody finds out that they're cheating or plagiarizing.
That is indeed a reason why people plagiarize. How about another reason?
Yep, my reason was the same reason.
Anybody
She
else?
took it from me.
Okay,
In the
well, I'll
chat,
give-
there's a response from Asmina
Oh.
and Parmilla that says peer pressure and jealousy.
Absolutely. Those are some very good reasons. Peer pressure is actually one of the reasons that I have on my list. Pressure. Peer pressure is a very good reason. I see in the chat that they aren't confident in their own abilities. That's a really good one. I don't think I put that on my list. But peer pressure. Sometimes all of your friends are doing it. Sometimes you're in a group or a club and they're sharing resources and they're sharing tests or sharing answers. Sometimes family pressure. You have to get good grades. You have to be a scholar. You have to be a doctor. Your sister got all A's, so you have to get good all A's. Academic pressure that you put on yourself. You have to be a 4.0. You want an A in this class. You know you can do it. So there's all sorts of pressure that say, maybe I feel like I'm not doing so well and I know I have to do this. So this is the only way for me to succeed, right? Lack of time. Maybe you have a bunch of hard classes. Maybe you're also an athlete. You have other curricular activities and you ran out of time and you have a big test. And so now what else are you going to do? Maybe you just don't understand the material and you're struggling in the class. And so you know you're not going to pass the test. Or again, you don't have any ideas. You're struggling with, what am I gonna write? I don't know what to say. I'm not a good writer, and so here's the paper I can use. I Googled and there's this great idea and I'm just going to take it. And for some people, cheating is just easier. It's the easy way out. I don't even have to try very hard. But who gets hurt when someone cheats? What do you think? For me, when I say the school, I am that example. When I say that I prove that students are learning what they're supposed to learn, this is me in this example. The school then is unable to determine what their students actually know and how their teachers are performing so that they can adjust and improve. If all of the students are really struggling in math, but they're cheating and getting all A's, how is the school supposed to know that? How are they supposed to know that maybe we could really do better at teaching math if all the students instead are cheating and getting A's? Maybe we need better math books. Maybe we need better math software. Maybe we could do better math extracurriculars. Maybe we could spend more money on math programs, but everybody's cheating and getting A's. And so we have no way of knowing that that's an area we could really do better in. Maybe we need extra math tutors. Maybe we could send our teachers to a math summer camp where they could really learn how to be dynamic math teachers and learn really cool ways of teaching you math. But because everybody in the class is cheating and getting all A's, we have no way of knowing that we could be doing something different. So in that way, the school suffers because they really don't know what areas that they could improve in. Similarly to the school, the teacher continues to be hurt when students cheat and plagiarize. They don't know what you don't know if you cheat. If you're their student and you really need help in an area, but you're cheating and inflating your grade, they can't help you. If you're struggling in science, but you're continuously getting A's and B's, they don't know that. And a lot of subjects build on each other. So you can't learn calculus if you don't have a strong foundation in your basic math, in your basic algebra. And so they can't help you build that foundation. And in fact, you're just making the problem worse. And as time goes on, you're going to find yourself struggling more and more. So the teacher is unable to dedicate that time and resources to the students who truly need help because they don't know that you're having difficulty. Likewise, the teacher's not able to determine where they need to improve their teaching, where they need to dedicate more time and resources because their grades are inflated. They don't know where your class is having difficulty. So the teacher's not able to always do their best job because they're not able to fully determine what their students truly know and don't know. Who else gets hurt when someone cheats and plagiarizes is the other students. Often you're stealing work and answers from your classmates. Again, you may be okay, you may understand the material, but if everybody is passing, that one student who's struggling the most may get left behind because the class looks like everything is happening okay. So let's move on to the next material. When in reality, maybe we need to pause and go over some concepts again. But if we can't really get an honest look at how well the class is performing as a whole, students tend to suffer. Wouldn't you hate it if you were the one student or maybe a handful of students who were really struggling with the subject and the class just kept moving along and just kept leaving you behind? So if everybody cheats or a handful of students cheat, no one knows that. Lastly, the person who really, really suffers when someone cheats or plagiarizes is you. When you cheat, you damage the relationship between you, your teachers, and your classmates. It's kind of like when your parents catch you lying, that trust is broken, and it can take quite some time for that relationship to be repaired. And you'll also need to remember that these teachers are going to be the people that you want to write your letters of recommendation for college, for internships, for scholarships, for jobs. And so you don't want to have that relationship and that trust be broken. More importantly, when you cheat, you lack the knowledge and skills necessary to be successful. You're denying yourself both an opportunity to learn and to assess your education. You may be an A student, but how do you truly assess what you know? You have an A in science, but if you cheated, how do you know really how you're performing in science? How do you know as an A student who cheated in science, how well you'll do in college science? How well you'll do in medical school science? How well you really know the fundamentals of science that you need to truly be successful when it counts? How many of you would feel safe getting on a plane and the pilot comes over the loudspeaker and he tells you he cheated his way through pilot school? Would you feel confident in that?
Very terrified.
Exactly.
I will be jumping out of the plane. I will not go with him. I mean,
Or-
yeah, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
Or how about getting ready for surgery and you find out that your surgeon cheated his way through medical school?
Have you actually heard of the podcast called Dr. Death?
I have. I was just telling my boss, the dean of the school, about that. And that man cheated all through medical school. I listened to that one faithfully.
How? How he cheated it?
Because it happens.
I'm really
It's kind of
confused
like
on
that guy
one.
from Catch Me If You Can, the
Yep.
guy that was a pilot.
Yeah. So my last definition for you this evening is integrity. Integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles and moral uprightness. There are a lot of things about you that can change. Your grades can change. Your GPA can change. You might change your major. You might change your career. But the one thing that you don't want to change is how people view your integrity. You always want people to see you as being honest and upright, because that's a hard thing to get back once you break that. Is there any questions you have for me or anything that I might answer for you?
I have a question.
Go for it.
What are some ways to get out of this cheating cycle, like small steps we could take as students?
That is a really good question.
I have a question.
Hold on real quick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have, give me one, let me think on that one for you.
I don't mean to interrupt, but can I add something I just had like an answer. I was just wanting
Okay.
to add. I feel like okay, cheating and plagiarism. I have friends who does that. In fact, I have a close friend of mine who was expelled from school for cheating on a very big test called STAR. So I personally think the way that you can get out of those things is have faith in yourself. Believe yourself that you can be there and do great things. Believe yourself and have faith. If you need help, reach help. Teachers are there, counselors are there. Talk to someone who you trust, and I think that's very important. So yeah, there are some ways and strategies that you can do to help yourself to not go on those paths, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you for that. I absolutely agree. I think one way to get out of a habit and a cycle of cheating is I understand the pressure that all of us put on grades and academics, but to understand that grades are just one aspect of who you are and what you will be. And I know that in this time and at the age you are, it seems like your grades are absolutely everything. But I assure you, in the long run, they're not. And while they're important, just strive to do your best. You will always get a second chance at this. You can take a test again. You can try to be your best, but you don't always have that when you get caught cheating. When you get put out of school, when you get expelled, when that trust is broken, you don't always get that second chance. But when you walk with integrity, so you fail, so you get a C, you can always try again. There's always a second chance, there's always a different path. That is not always the case when you cheat. So I know it's hard, but I promise you, your grades are not the end all be all, and they're not everything. Any other questions?
Can I add into it
Yes.
to your thing? Yeah, like you are talking about integrity. Actually, me I'm telling my personal story. Long time ago, when I was in probably seventh or sixth grade, I tried my best to do my schoolwork and to try to get A's or B's, but I cannot get that straight, A's or B's. But there is a person who always motivated me and helped me, said like, "Oh no, don't give up. You can do this. One day you will be the person who helping other people. Don't give up. We are here for you." G. So it is the Eagle Scholar and also one of the group that helped my family for almost 5 years. They stick with us, and her name is Debbie. She did all of the thing that she can do for me to get better education, better grades, and things like that. Now I am now I am working hard as I can, like learning whatever I need to learn. And on my test now I used to not get about 50, but now I'm getting about 50, like 60, 75, like that on my test. So yeah, please do not cheat on anything. Just keep trying, just keep encouraging yourself. Eventually, one day, you will be the person who is helping and another person. It is exactly like you when you had the time that you was struggling. You will see the person like you. So just encourage yourself. If you cannot do well on a test, just say yourself that you're the best you can do, no matter what you want to do. Matter of fact, you will pass your goal. Yeah, I
Thank
just
you
want
so
to
much
add
for that. I think that was so very helpful, and I thank you for sharing your story. And I think
No
another
problem.
thing
I
you
like
can
to
do
share.
is to think about the consequence. In the moment, it's easy to forget. Think about how you would feel if you were caught. Think about what you would say or do if you were caught and the opportunity was taken from you, if you couldn't go back, if you had to fail the class, if you were kicked out of a program, if your dream school was taken from you. So think
What-
about that. So that's what's on the line when you cheat. So keep that in mind, and it's not worth it.
So can I add to that one too?
So Anwar, it's 7:30, so I need to show you guys one video before we leave. So how about we do the video, and then if you have another question for me, you can ask after while everybody's hopping off. Will that work?
Yeah, no problem. I can do
Okay,
that, definitely.
thank you. All right, everybody give a hand to Miss Cynthia. Thank you. So hopefully you guys are kind of understanding that, because that's going to be really important for those of you guys, especially who are going, especially for you guys going into collegiate, because you'll already be taking college classes, and that impacts your college future. So that's important, but it's even important just in regular high school classes as well, because you don't want to get on that pathway. So I'm going to show you a real quick video. This is a commercial that a lot of you guys have probably already seen. So this is, has anybody seen this commercial? So it's the AT&T commercial, and it says, it's not okay to just be okay. So when Miss Cynthia was talking about the doctors who cheat their way through, personally, I do not want a doctor that's not going to know what he's talking about. I want somebody with knowledge. I don't care if they got an A or a B. What I do care about is if they have knowledge. So watch this real quick.
Have you ever worked with Dr. Francis? Oh yeah, he's okay.
Just okay?
Guess who just got reinstated? Well, not officially. Nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. I'll see you in there.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best.
All right. So you guys see how that works? Anybody want to be a just okay doctor? Nobody better raise your hand. Anybody want to be a just okay sociologist? Don't anybody raise your hand. I don't want anybody to be a just okay sociologist, a just okay doctor, a just okay teacher. Who loves their just okay teachers? Anybody in here? No. So yes, we don't. So really remember, cheating is what people usually do to get ahead because they think that gets them ahead. Cheating is also what some people do to help their friends what they think get ahead. And you are not helping your friends, because when you do that, it's hurting them, it's hurting you. And sometimes you don't get caught, but that's not the point. It's about having knowledge. So I always want you guys to go through life knowing if you're making D's, just like Anwar was talking about, if you're making D's right now, but you're working hard and you're improving, you're gaining knowledge, and knowledge is what is important. And so I need you guys to remember that if you're always working at your best, I'm not going to be mad at you. Now, if I find you cheating, yeah, you better watch out, because I'm coming to hunt you down. So, all right. It is 7:35, and I know that we always try to get you off at 7:30, and I know that I always go over just a little bit, but thank you, Miss Cynthia. We really appreciate you being on with us tonight. She is with Texas Southern University in Houston. So yes, Anne, I don't know if you said this. I didn't hear you say this, but she's actually in the middle of a cheating scandal with 6 students.
No, it's more than 6, but if you start now cheating, you will not finish, and it will have far-reaching consequences.
So just, yeah, and just what she was telling me about those students, she said that the professor said that they've been cheating all along, but they finally got caught.
Yep.
So the professors knew they were cheating, they just didn't quite catch them. But now here they are, almost pharmacists. So they are almost ready to graduate, and they're all about to lose all of that. And so all that money that they spent on college, all of that time, and not only that, they won't be able to go to a different college and get in another program. So after that, they've got to start, I don't know, they've got to find a different way, because even to go to a different degree is going to be hard, because no person, no college wants people who have cheating on their record in their university.
Yep.
So you guys really think about your future. Think about what you're doing when you're just saying, oh, here, sure, you can have the test that I took last year.
Exactly.
Or when you say, you know, I don't care, you can just, here's my paper and you can write that. Or if you're taking words off of Wikipedia and say, well, somebody wrote it, so it's okay if I just write a little paragraph. Nope, that is not okay. It is not okay to do that stuff. And you don't want to be mediocre because you have no knowledge. You just have a bunch of A's on your transcript.